A single mother risked her own safety to save her boss's daughter. She rushed forward and pushed the young lady out of the way, but she herself was crushed to death by the falling shelf on the spot. Her 5-year-old son consequently became an orphan. To repay the boy's mother for saving his daughter, the boss adopted the boy as his honorary son. The girl even promised she would protect him with her life from then on. Whenever the boy was bullied at school, she would stand up for him. Whenever the boy had nightmares, she would come running to stay with him. Over time, this protection turned into possessiveness. She would not allow any other girls to like the boy, and she bullied anyone who pursued him. Yet this love faced strong opposition from the father. After all, in his eyes, they were like brother and sister. Even without any blood relation, he refused to let them be together. But the girl did not give up, and on the day the college exams ended, she confessed to the boy. 10 years of guarding him had secretly made the boy fall in love with her too. So 4 years later, at the college graduation ceremony, the boy proposed to the girl. What seemed like the beginning of happiness was actually the start of the ending. After graduation, the boy began working. Meanwhile, the girl inherited her father's company. The boy worked day and night to prove he could give the girl happiness. Eventually, he collapsed and was hospitalized. But to avoid worrying the girl, he dragged his exhausted body home that very night, only to see the girl lying in the arms of an intern. Afterward, the girl claimed it was just an accident and promised it would never happen again. But betrayal is betrayal. He originally did not intend to forgive her, yet unexpectedly, to prove her love for him, she, as the CEO, decisively expelled the intern from the company. In the end, he chose to forgive the girl, and they soon entered the sanctity of marriage. After marriage, he was forced by his wife to quit his job and stay home with her. He thought she cared for him, until the day he went to the company to deliver her lunch. Only then did he discover the intern had never been fired. His staying home had just been so he would not learn about their relationship. Furious, he immediately beat up the intern, and finally asked the woman who betrayed him for a divorce. He intended to pack up and leave the house forever, but when his godfather saw the divorce papers, he had a heart attack on the spot, unaware the wife was still dating the intern. Unfortunately, on the way to the hospital with his godfather, the boy got distracted and collided with a large truck, causing a serious accident. Eventually, both godfather and godmother were killed. When the wife arrived, she blamed him for their deaths. She claimed that if she had not met him, her own parents would still be alive. But the husband pointed out that if he had not met her, his mother would not have died either. The woman then remembered that her husband's mother had died saving her years ago. To avoid losing her husband, she tied him to the bed, and even claimed she was carrying his child. To give the child a complete family, he compromised once more and forgave his wife. But this only made her more reckless. She openly dated the intern, using the child as a threat. Learning this, the man tried to stop them to protect the child, but the intern hired someone to attack him. Luckily, he was not seriously injured. Then the wife falsely accused him of cheating, and even used the child to force him into submission. This time she miscalculated. The husband decisively chose divorce, and handed his wife the divorce papers. The woman panicked, refusing to accept the divorce. Seeing this, the man threatened with his own life, firmly stating they would divorce after the child was born. To avoid losing the man she had loved for 10 years, she agreed to his demand. 10 months later, the woman gave birth to a daughter in the hospital. The man once again felt long-lost happiness, but a few months later, the daughter fell seriously ill. The CEO begged the doctors to save his daughter, but the doctors said the CEO had already divorced him, and the child was no longer considered hers. In other words, if he wanted to save the child, he would have to do it himself. 3 years after the divorce, the man survived by delivering food. One day, he arrived at the gate of a luxurious villa, and the moment the door opened, he saw his ex-wife. Seeing marks on her neck and hearing the intern urging inside the room, he understood everything. He had planned to leave quietly, but his ex-wife grabbed him. It was obvious she still hoped to reconcile. Remembering all the harm he had suffered 3 years ago, he turned and left without looking back. Then he returned to the hospital to see his daughter lying weak on the bed. Unexpectedly, the ex-CEO followed him all the way. The man could not believe she had been stalking him. Seeing the daughter critically ill, she immediately planned to bring experts from abroad, and hoped to give the child a complete family. The man refused without hesitation, and told her the child was his, not hers. When the ex-wife did not believe him, he took her to a cemetery. Kneeling at the tombstone of his godparents, he said he was about to get married. Hearing this, the woman panicked, and warned him that the child was also hers. She forbade him from marrying another woman with the child. At this point, the man decided to stop hiding the truth. He told her the girl in the hospital was not her biological daughter. Seeing his ex-wife in disbelief, he casually pointed to a small tombstone nearby. When she saw her daughter's name engraved, she realized she had been deceived by the intern years ago, but by then it was too late to regret.